Hello, my dear, and work messed up my words immediately. Welcome to your earthly and spiritual gifts reading. I'm actually going to make this bigger and get rid of this bar so that we can see this fully here. I'm also going to attach a copy to your email so you can look at it like as you're going along the reading, just in case this isn't as clear as we would like it to be. It sort of starts to get pixelated on these things. So, anyways, welcome. We are looking at the blueprint for your life because you have been many different names, races, religions, genders over hundreds or even possibly thousands of years as your soul first entered Earth's atmosphere with the goal of gaining so many soul points or so many lessons that you could return to the astral and go wherever you wanted to in the multiverse, right? So this is the script for your life is I don't want to mess your name up. That's why I was not saying it, but Giglioli. No, that ends with an A. Gigliola. That's what it worked. That worked better. So this is the script for your life. And if you would just look into the center area here, all these black things are a representation of the way that the sky was set up at the time that you were born. And if you would just imagine for a moment that your baby body was a radio receiver, you are made of protons and neutrons, and energies come through you and go out, and that's just how we work here. These represents the energetic frequency that was used to create your consciousness, the portal that you came through, and the guiding force on your path. So what is your path this life? The path of the Scorpio. This is about transformation, learning what your own power is, learning what your, I guess, darkness is, and finding your own light at the end of that path. And that's what you'll be doing your whole life from beginning to end with this. Now, on this path, you have a south node, which represents what you already know really well, what you've already accomplished, and what you really like don't need to do again. That is this south node in the eighth house in Gemini, right? So this means you know all about dark stuff. You know all about difficulty. You know all about hardship. And you've actually become stronger because of it. And that was meant to sort of turn around for you around 28, where things would start to have you heading the other way. Because for you, the light that you are following in order for you to grow and get out of these cycles is in the second house in Sagittarius. You are meant to take all of the things that happen to you and turn them into some form of story that you can tell that will actually end up sort of making money for you. It's all about you being the optimist, the storyteller, the leader, the philosopher, the person who has experienced things and made lemonade out of lemons. Essentially, that is your karmic duty to tell the story, especially to maybe particularly a group of people across seas or anybody at least 2 hours or more out of where you came from. So with all of that being known, now we're going to be getting into the gifts that you've been given in order for this to happen for yourself, right? Let's start with this 12th house. This 12th house is all about your Pisces gifts, which are your clairs, your inner knowing, your psychic gifts. For you, there is a part of you that just knows stuff in partnerships first and foremost. This also gives you gifts in connection to animals like horses, painting is a hidden talent, just anything with love and diplomacy. You also might be really good at writing, and it appears that maybe you're supposed to write online in your day-to-day life, just sort of being a pioneer or a soldier for a particular cause in general. But this is the 12th house of things that are watered down and things that can sort of be your undoing. So not embracing the power that you have in your partnership or through your words will be part of that undoing for you. It also means that you are streaming lightning fast ideas from the collective. Everything that's coming to you that is meant to be written is inspired by something bigger than you. With this Scorpio here in the 12th house also, you have a way of sort of knowing when you see a creep. Like you're really good at noticing other people's motives, if you're being manipulated, if you're being played. But at the same time, if you don't watch it and you're not careful, you being on your guard so much will make you the person that manipulates other people and does things like that. Because this first house of self, who you are, is the detective. And that's understandable because you've been through a lot and you're meant to have this setup. Like the traumas that you went through made you sharper, like nobody can get over on you. And that's why you might seem suspicious or quiet at first. You definitely exude sexual magnetism because one of your gifts is reading people. You can size somebody up real quick and they'll have no idea you're doing it. But underneath of that is this energy of the Sagittarius, which is the optimist, the person who was able to, once they get you past that radar and make sure you're clear, they really know how to brighten up people's lives. And that is where your main set of gifts comes from in the second house of natural gifts you're given. The ones you're moving towards are the lighter side, the happier side, the part of you that understand that fucked up shit happens and you know what, you overcame. And it actually turned out sort of good because you're meant to be an entrepreneur. Your earth gifts right here are in connection to your relationship with your mom, whatever that may have been. But it's giving you the emotional fortitude for you to run a business where you are essentially your brand on a day-to-day basis. This Capricorn energy of your legacy goes not only from your values or how you're meant to earn money as the optimistic storyteller or traveler or spiritual guru, but also the communicator. And that is where your Lilith is. Maybe you have a hard time with other people understanding your words because you're so uh, strong in yourself. Like you never want to lose yourself, or you never want anybody to make you feel small, right? But that is something that's meant to be balanced. That will help you in business, but not so much in one-on-one interactions, which is why this Aquarius energy you have over here of understanding other people and your unique genius, which is this asteroid here, is in your communication. You are for the people. You are for the underdog, the rebel, and that is where your part of fortune is. Your next to your root, which is your IC in Aquarius. When you connect to your soul tribe, when you connect to the people that sort of are meant to be inspired by you, then you'll finally feel that freeness to share your channelings, and that is where your money is. Venus being in your fourth house, along with Jupiter. The way you earn money and the way that you expand are through sharing the things that come through you in your dreams, in your home, when you're isolated, when you're writing, especially with this sort of energy here. You're also been given the gift of the ability to speak things that come through you, the messages. This also means that you're really sensitive to your family. Like you might have a dream about somebody you know when they're going to get in an accident in your family. But also, when you come around certain people, things just stream through you. Like you're saying things on behalf of the higher ups with this energy, just in your community and your communication style. Like sometimes people might come up to you and tell you their problems and you don't need that, but it doesn't matter because they sort of understand that you're the person that has the answers. Or sometimes you feel the need to say something to somebody and you're compelled. That is also because your Mercury is in Aries. Although this does make it so you're the fighter and sometimes you think about yourself, this was necessary in the beginning, but you'll go back and forth between these two energies of you being the conduit or you sometimes reserving yourself so that you can sort of replenish because you give out so much energetically. And for you, it's really important to stay hydrated first and foremost. Journal your dreams, write all the time because you're inspired like all the time. And most of the time it's supposed to go online, to be honest for you. But then also keep protected. If you don't have crystal selenite, crystal quartz, just anything to keep your energy protected as you're going out there being a conduit for these energies. And it appears that sometimes the wrong type of people find you or difficult people find you, but every situation that you go through is difficult. You level up. So with this Chiron and Aries in your sixth house, that means in your day-to-day life, maybe you felt like you had to be a fighter or you didn't get to be an individual, but at the same time, your sun is here. So some people might just take you the wrong way, and that's cool because you're meant to be doing things they have not done before. You are meant to rub people in the wrong way because they've been stagnant in their belief systems, and you are sort of turning that all around. This is sort of you doing something on behalf of your family too, and changing your family karma, and you being so different from everybody else that you're around. Like you're sort of a genius, but you come from a family of quirky people, or maybe even people that were addicts that sort of started this for you, actually. Now, the last area we have to get to in regards to your gifts is this Gemini energy in the eighth that we discussed. You sort of being able to go from being somebody who was a student of difficult things to somebody who can teach how to overcome difficult things. This connects to your learning, but also your family. Now, that energy that you had of the things that sort of gave you difficulty in your family was meant to give you the energy of somebody who was a mom to other people, particularly people who were outside of where you grew up. Like you care a lot about other human beings. Also, your job house is split into two cusps. So you're going to be a creative, somebody who entertains and speaks, motivates, but also you're a healer. That is a part of your being of service, and you will find the true stability in your finances and your life in general once you step into that energy of the healer amongst a group of healers, and you start writing and sharing your power, which is in your words, man. So thank you so much for this opportunity, and please let me know if you have any other questions.